go. That's why we able to go far. We party all night, all night, all night. All night, all night, all night. Everything's alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. So we party all day, all day, all day. All day, all day, all day. Yeah, what a hater gon' say? We living on top, so we party all day. We made it, we made it, we made it, we made it. Said we never would, but we made it. We made it, we made it, we made it, we made it, we made it. Said we never could, but we made it. We made it, we made it, we made it, we made it, we made it. Said we never do, but we made it. We made it, we made it, we made it, we made it, we made it. Said we never would, but we made it. Said we never could, but we made it. Said we never do, but we made it. We never could, but we made it. Say we never do, but we made it. All night, all night, all night. All night, all night, all night. Everything's alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. We party all day, all day, all day. All day, all day, all day. Yeah, what a hater gon' say? We living on top, so we party all day. We made it. 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 Said we never would, but we made it. We made it, we made it, we made it, we made it. Said we never could, but we made it. We made it, we made it, we made it, we made it, we made it. Said we never do, but we made it. We made it, we made it, we made it, we made it, we made it. Said we never would, but we made it.
Okay, let me brag. Can I brag on my Lord? Golden brag on them trip. Can I brag on my Lord? Golden brag on them trip. Can I brag on my Lord? Golden brag on them trip. Let me brag on my Lord. Okay. Yeah, he's had it in flyers. We roll with the flyers. He puts me in a chain, kinda like he's King Midas. He want me 300 way before I leave.
I was actually talking.
I called up your highness. Yeah. I heard other Facebooks talking about they were the lightest. But the father's part to the crates, he's got a bias. He never does it quite the way we think. He's got surprises, our asses focused on him, so we fired her and we hired. He took us at the dirt, bring him up and I'm higher. Addicted to his grace, man, I call him my supplier. Yeah, we call him most hackers, ain't nobody higher. King Jesus, we not sleeping on him all nighter. No, he's not Elijah, greater than Jeremiah. He's the best, hit the crowd screaming from the risers. Been working for eternity, but never been higher. These on his bread form, you can't make him retire. Brag on him. I'm still going, can't quiet. Still late, off the word, nobody's rider. I tried to emulate his walk, I ain't original, I strive to copy his style, I aspire to be a biter. Can't make us turn on him for prizes and private. Check his power, man, from his love, you can't pry us. Not even with pliers, so please don't even try to. If loving him's a crime, then indict us. I gotta brag. Can I brag on my Lord? Golden brag on the trip. Can I brag on my Lord? Golden brag on the trip. Can I brag on my Lord? Golden brag on the trip. Let me brag on my Lord. Can I brag on my Lord? Golden brag on the trip. Can I brag on my Lord? Golden brag on the trip. Can I brag on my Lord? Golden brag on the trip. Let me brag on my Lord. Brag on my Lord. Golden brag on the trip. Brag on my Lord. Golden brag on the trip. Brag on my Lord. Golden brag on the trip. Brag on my Lord. Okay. Golden brag on the trip. Golden brag on the trip. Golden brag on the trip. Okay.
And welcome to today's broadcast. This is your voice for the Suns, Jonathan Brown. I really just want to welcome you to today's match Facing the Johnson University Florida Suns is going to be Weber International University, the Warriors. The Warriors are looking pretty good. They were just at Faulkner University, and there they were able to pick up 3 wins, only 1 loss. And the loss and ended up being from the host team, Faulkner. They ended up losing to them 1-3. But other than that, they were able to pick up some big wins, pretty dominant wins as well, against schools such as Tennessee Wesleyan University, Brewton Parker College, and Renau University located in Georgia. Out of all 3 of those matches that they won, only 1 team was able to win a set. So it looks like they're pretty dominant, although they did struggle losing 1-3 against Faulkner University. They still have a pretty good start. And now being able to have a game against the Suns is going to be pretty big, as they're going to definitely be looking to get a victory. There's quite a few players that are going to be missing in action today from the Warriors, as they didn't bring their entire squad. But they're definitely going to be looking forward to still having a shot to beat the Suns. There's definitely going to be some people that are going to feel like they have some stuff to prove tonight, as it looks like Weber may have a few reserves, as they say, out here tonight that are going to try to prove themselves that they can stick with it and they can get the W for their team. Now let's talk about the Suns for a minute. Although they did have a rough start against Florida Gateway College in their home opener, losing 0-3, they were able to pick up a road win on their trip to Tennessee, where they had 3 matches against Hiwassee College, Cleveland State Community College, and Johnson University, Tennessee. Although they did pick up 2 losses on the trip to keep them at a losing record so far, one of them being against Johnson, Tennessee, the game that you always hope you can win with a little sibling rivalry, as they say. They were able to pick up a win against Hiwassee College, a NCAA D1 located in Madisonville, Tennessee, picking up the win 3-2. Now, I can't lie, it wasn't an easy win. It was very close, but it was still a big win for the program and a great way to start the season. After today's match, they're going to be traveling to places such as Pensacola and Lakeland and Jacksonville to face teams like Pensacola Christian and Southeastern, and actually start to get into conference play, which is going to be very exciting for them, just to see how they do and see if they can withstand with some of these dominant teams in the South region. Some news that a lot of people probably wouldn't have been prepared for after last year's season is where the Suns are just this year. They are ranked in quite a few categories so far this year, although it is very early to say if these stats will continue to stay the same, but they're still pretty good to look at least. For hitting percentage, Johnson University, Florida is leading with about almost 35%, just a little shy. Right behind them are colleges such as Welch and Johnson University, Tennessee, averaging close to about 20%, around there, 22. There are also quite a few other categories that were ranked in, such as opponent hitting percentage, assists, opponent assists, kills, opponent kills, blocks, and dare I must go on. If you can see the picture now, this is definitely a different team compared to last year. Last year, I don't think there were many players on the Suns team that were able to get into those rankings. Now again, this is early, and there are still some other teams that are looking to, fill out their schedule. They may have some tougher matchups, at least in the beginning. But it's still looking very bright for the Suns, as they have quite a few players that are looking phenomenal so far this year. I mentioned some of the team players. Well, some of the team standings. Pardon me. There are quite a few Johnson University, Florida players that are also ranked independently. Brittany Rittenhouse, the returning sophomore, looking to continue to continue her journey throughout college and becoming a dominant player in the NCAA. She has about a 56% hitting percentage, which is pretty good. And then to even better that, right behind her is Summer Parnell with 40%. It seems like when you look just through all these stats, it's just filled with a whole bunch of Johnson University, Florida players. And it's definitely something that is just makes you really want to smile. And also, what kind of adds to it is a team that they just faced this past weekend, Johnson University, Tennessee. They also have quite a few players, and they were able to hang with them as the Suns were able to win a set against the Royals, which shows that they can stick with some of the really good teams in the NCAA for D2. And now I will leave the mic to go to PA announcing, and I look forward to being back in the mic.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Sun Dome on the campus of Johnson University, Florida. For today's the Warriors, International University, and your Johnson University Suns. At this time, we would ask everyone that can to stand, remove your caps, and join us in the invocation to be given by Johnson University, Florida Athletic Director Craig Wilson. Following our invocation, please remain standing for the national anthem of the United States of America.
Let's pray. Our gracious God, we're thankful for another match. Pray that you'd help Weber and Johnson, Father, help us to play well. And Father, nobody will get injured, Father, but of all things that you be glorified. Thank you, Jesus. In your name we pray. Amen.
Now for the starting lineups. First for the Weber International University Warriors. Number 7, Jessica Terry. Number 9, Emma Johnston. Number 13, Sala Rotanen. Number 14, Jolie Olive. Number 36, Rosa Aguado. Number 20, Molly Coracelli. Number 21, Kobe Alston. Number 22, Courtney Perry. And number 27, Savannah Koenig. Now, for your Johnson University Suns. Number 4, Angela Nunez. The only senior, number 13, Summer Parnell. Number 9, Sarah Phelps. Number 12, Brittany Rittenhouse. Number 15, Sarah Therak. Number 3, Kristen Walker. And number 8, Kayla Hefner. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. Good luck.
We are back. Again, welcome to today's broadcast. For those that are maybe unaware, although we do have a home game here with the Suns volleyball team, there is also a men's soccer team match also occurring. And with that, they'll be facing Trinity College of Florida Tigers. Looking to get a win over them as it is their conference opener for soccer. So, both teams are ready to show what they have. And we're definitely looking forward to see what they have as well. The officials checking the lineup, making sure everyone is in the position that they're supposed to be. Not sure exactly why, but one of the players that looks like they may be inactive tonight, Marissa Rogers. We do hope that whatever the case is, that she will be able to return and be able to play. She is sitting on the bench, so I suspect possibly an injury or a sickness. The serve fails to get over the net, served by Brittany Rittenhouse, but we know she'll definitely not let that happen again, as she is definitely a player that doesn't accept failure. Number 7 serving. Some miscommunication there. See if the Suns can regroup and bounce back. Nunez attempting to save. Fails to do so, and it would give Weber a 3-0 lead. Chris Walker keeping it alive. Hefner with a really good hit over the net. Trying to get a good volley going on. That'll be out by number 14, and that'll get the Suns on the board.
Number 9, Sarah Phelps.
Phelps with the serve. Way over the net. But it'll be off Phelps' hand. That'll give him the point. serving is libero number 21.
Alston serving for
Kobe Alston. As it appears, Kobe Alston is getting a chance. Is getting a chance to play this match as she hasn't had.
Senior number 14,
Looks like there may be some miscommunication by Weber. Point
Warriors.
will go to Weber. Now serving for Weber Internationals, number 13, Brownton. Although she's having a rough start so far, it's still very surprising for Angela Nunez. Angela Nunez, a returning sophomore, leading in a couple of categories. Well, being part of multiple categories. Ninth in the nation for D2 with service aces. Averaging a little bit over a half per set.
Point Warriors.
And Weber now getting the score 72. Angela Nunez also being able to get on the blocks, being fourth in the nation for D2, averaging a little bit over a block per set, and is also being ranked in digs. Definitely looking for improvement from last year, and the way it looks, she has improved tremendously, which makes you think that by the time she's a senior, she'll definitely be a huge threat. It wouldn't surprise me if she was able to possibly get first or second team region. And who knows, she could possibly get it this year. The Suns looking very distraught right now. We know that's not the Suns that we're used to, especially after the win that they got on Hiwassee College. Score is 8-2. You also kind of have to look, you hate to do this because you never want to roll a team out, but you kind of do have to look at the conference affiliation, the athletic association that they have. And the association that Weber has is NAI. They're an extremely good school. They've earned their opportunity to be able to play NAIA, as they're able to compete with teams, and they bring in players from all over. And they're just proving it tonight. And they will award the point to the Suns after the mistake by number 2. And Walker keeps it alive, and Hefner gets it over. So with quite a good attack. Suns sticking with it. And they called a double hit on the Warriors, being able to award the point to the Suns. Now they only have a 5-point deficit. Walker with a nice serve. And looking for the call. It looks as if they called a double hit, even though it looks like there possibly may have been some miscommunication between the officials. Not sure if I agree with that call, but again, their job isn't easy. They have a different perspective from where they're on the court. And hoping the Suns can dial in here. Close for the point being awarded to the Suns, but Kristen Walker just got a little bit of a touch on it, and that's all they needed. It later deflecting out of bounds. Parnell with the attack. What a beautiful save by number 9. Hefner keeping it alive. And Sarah Phelps with the incredible block. It's definitely not surprising with the height she has. Being one of the taller players on the team. The error by the libero will get the Suns even more back in this. Walker tried to keep it alive, but you can't do everything perfectly. That's one thing I've learned so far in life. Mistakes do happen, but with facing an NAIA opponent, I'd say they are doing exceptionally well. At times, even during this first set, some of these Suns players are looking like NAIA talent themselves. Definitely very impressive to watch. Awarded for the Suns. Now serving, returning the sophomore, Brittany Rittenhouse. We'll see if she can be better than last time. She does. She's serving at a very, very powerful serve. Butch O'Boyle directing his libero. Serving number 7, Jessica Terry. What a beautiful hit by the lone senior, Summer Parnell. Summer Parnell I'd say, has done pretty good so far, as she's had 43 kills just so far this season, averaging about 5.4 kills a set, with a 40% hitting average. He's had 1 assist. And honestly, she's just played phenomenal, definitely being a leader on this team. It's a bad hit, leading to a Warriors point. They'll be making a substitution. Will be going in. Unable to get it over the net. That'll be waiting for the Suns. Suns will be looking to bounce back. See if they can do it off here. And it just bounced over the tip of the net. They're calling 4 hits. I wasn't sure if since they hit the antenna, but they will call 4 hits on that one. The Suns may possibly be looking to rally. They're starting to look a little bit more dominant than they did at the beginning of the set. And there's another point for the Suns. The advantages of having a 6'1", 6'2" player is that it's really hard to get her over them, but you also have to think they can't be everywhere. And when talking about that 6'1", 6'2" player, we are talking about Sierra Thurrat, and a dominant player. Her first year as a volleyball player, at least competitively, as far as we know. Very athletic player. She is still looking to add a lot. And it's Kayla Hefner with the hit. One of 2 freshmen, to be specific, on this team. Not as big of a recruiting class as they had last year, but still very impressive nonetheless. Call that out. And serving Kayla Hefner. And a beautiful serve. We'll see if, and the Warriors have failed not a successful attack. I don't know if you heard over the headset the score now being 19-15. We are having a few scoreboard problems, so we are doing it manually. They will hopefully be looking to get that fixed by the next set, but it's no big deal. It's this isn't a timed sport, so there is no pressure there. And it's Rittenhouse keeping it alive. If you want to go 2 years back, 2016, that's the score. Warriors with the lead, and serving will be number 9, Emma Johnston. Just a little bit past the back line was Rittenhouse. See how Johnston can do now. And just I'm not sure if it is possibly just because of how low of arch it was, may have been very hard to hit. Could have been an error or maybe a little mix of the two. Looks like they're going to have to play a little bit more defense unless the Warriors face an error. That will be an error. It's not too late for the Suns to continue on this little rally bag going. And I'll be out, bringing the Suns now to 17. And now serving Kristen Walker, and that was really close, folks. I'm not sure if you're able to see that from the camera. but it literally looks like that may have only been determined by about maybe 4 or 5 inches. And just the amount of precision it takes to get the ball as close to the back line, I would consider that pretty close. Parnell with a very powerful hit, and the point will be awarded to the Suns, not bringing them to 18. Now, for those who are unaware how the rankings work for the NWCAA, group of sports chairs for specifically, I believe it's one from each region. They look over the schedule on just what every team, and it's just, it would be really big for them, especially if they could even keep it close. That would really help them with the rankings, because the chair, when they're looking at it, they're going to see, whoa, they were able to keep with the NAIA team. And with it being very early in the season, it's definitely wins and close games like that that's going to help them get into the top 10, which it's been quite some time since the Suns have been able to enter the top 10. We're going to now go into the second set. The Warriors winning that one, 25-18. We definitely have seen quite a few dominant players from the Suns throughout this this entire match, especially in the first set, as that's all we played so far. But definitely, we are looking to see if they could possibly bounce back. We have quite a few players that have stood out so far. I'd say if I were to have a big three, as they say, some dominant players for the Suns, it would have to be the senior Summer Parnell, the returning sophomore Brittany Rittenhouse, and one of the 2 freshmen, Kayla Hefner. Kayla Hefner has been phenomenal. She's kept it alive. She's had quite a few saves that have kept this game going at times where you thought that it just wasn't going to happen. You see the ball get back over the net when you think, oh, whoever should have got the point, and who was there? It was Kayla Hefner. And now with just some of the powerful hits and communication, I'm seeing a lot from the returners, Summer Parnell and Rittenhouse. They've been adding a lot. As I said on the last broadcast, one of Rittenhouse's goals is to make it to the first team region this year. And it would not surprise me at all if she did it. And it's just fantastic stuff to just see how they take just such a huge leadership role. It's amazing to watch. Well, it's something that I just like to make note of. The view that you have on the live stream tonight is a view that is facing me, the scoreboard, and where the bench is and everything that's happening on this side. But what you can't see is that, I guess what would be the opposite view of the camera is just all the Johnson University, Florida students that are here tonight to support their sons if they can hopefully get a win tonight against the Warriors. We're about to start the second set. Officials still checking the lineup and the numbers. We'll see where that goes. The fans are ready. Looks like both teams are ready. They're in it. They're ready to go. I think there may have been some miscommunication with the lineup for the Warriors. That was a little interesting. Well, we're ready to go. Serving will be number 20. Suns now giving them a 1-0 lead in this set. We'll see how far they can take it. Serving Brittany Rittenhouse. And that is another point from Rittenhouse. For those that are wondering, the rankings will come out September 4th. If you want to check those, you can go to www.nocatsvncaa.org. You can then go to Women's Volleyball D2, then go to the rankings, and that'll lead you right there to the link. Although you never know, it would be really cool to see the Suns be on that top 10. And the way Summer Parnell is playing with that wonderful hit, you never know. They may just get a win over the Warriors tonight. Now with a 3-0 lead. Or maybe wrong, possibly 3-1. Pardon me. And the score being 3-2. I apologize for the mistake on the score. And there seems to be an issue now on the court. I'm not able to see the number. I do hope she is okay. But coming out of that, it looks as if it's number 20. I think she may be going back to the training room to get looked at. It looks like it could possibly be an issue with her leg, but I never want to try to suspect anything. You never want something like that to ever happen to a player, any injury of any type. She does have a small limp, but I think she'll be okay. I'll go evaluate her in the training room. We'll see if we could possibly get an update for you when we were able to get one. The Warriors, I'm not sure what's happening now. They're going with the officials. I'm trying to figure out what they're saying. I think it may have been an issue with who needed to be on the court. Looks as if they figured it out. And serving will be number 21. Now the score is tied at 3-3. That error will now give the Warriors a 4-3 lead. And that's the block by number 27. Definitely was able to keep it alive, keep it going. And Some of the Suns players tried to argue that one of the Warriors players had a touch on the ball. Ref wasn't buying it, and she'll keep her call. Well, all good streaks have to come to an end, and that will for number 21. And score, Suns trailing by deficit of 2, 4-6. Serving is Parnell. And Parnell far past the back line on that hit. Was a pretty high set. You can see some of the frustration setting in for the Suns. You don't like it when that happens. It's only a few points. They can come back. It's not. It's only 4-7. Hefner getting over the net. And a beautiful hit by number 2, Samantha Davila. What a block by Sierra Therat. The Warriors weren't able to fully recover, and although they were able to get it over the net, they got a little too far over. We'll see if Hefner can start a streak. And they will also award that point to the Suns. They said that she went past the net. It looks like we have a close game once again. And Rittenhouse with the hit. Hefner can get 3 in a row here. And it was in, and that point will go to the Suns. Suns looking extremely well now as they're set in position. Called it in. That'll help out the Warriors. Set to Rittenhouse. Set was a little too far back. Caused the awkward hit by Rittenhouse. Rittenhouse setting the pace, though, putting her hand out, just saying, hey, it's okay. People make mistakes. Arnell having a beautiful spike there. See both coaches aiding their teams with advice. Oh! You really don't like when hits like that get over the net. It's not even like it got over the net. It's almost like it went through it. Hitting the top, just being able to roll over that white piece of plastic on the top. Serve is a little high. 22 isn't able to get the hit she was looking for. Blocked by Therat. Therat looking to get another one. She almost, and they will call it on Therat. I believe they will. Will go to the Suns. I'm not gonna lie. I was really thinking that that was gonna go against Sierra. She did have a little contact with the net. And that'll go to the Suns. Walker keeps it alive. That was a close one. And Parnell with a fascinating hit. But returning is number 14, Jolie Olive. That one will be out. The point will go to the Suns. Getting a chance to recap of last season. As many of you know, the Suns were only able to get 3 wins on the season. Still really tough. But here's something that speaks to Coach O'Boyle. When many think for a Coach of the Year award, especially for the conference, for the South region, they think, who is the best coach this year? And when you look with just the style, the competitiveness, yet humility that he brings, the just spirituality that just flows and just flows into his players, of just keeping a very positive Christian attitude, knowing that they're playing for him, not themselves. And that's Coach O'Boyle, and he was able to get that award, and it's an incredible honor. He was able to talk a little bit about it during the annual athletic banquet that's held at Johnson University, Florida, for their athletic department every year. And he just kind of tied in how it's just such an honor of being able to be acknowledged on that level. To give an update on the score, if we can. And Rittenhouse keeps it alive. And it's the Suns with the point. almost had a chance to get over the net. This being I'm not sure what to call that. We'll just call that an error. Serving is number 7, just Kateri for the Warriors. Definitely not able to get it in between the antennas. Still looking pretty phenomenal so far. As a freshman, this being her first year playing college volleyball. She's already had 23 kills, averaging about really close to 3 kills a set, with a 21% hitting average and having 61 assists, leading the team in assists. It's quite phenomenal for a freshman. We'll definitely look forward to what she has, not just for this season, but altogether around just throughout her whole athletic career. And 25-15 will be the end. 13, my apologies. For that set. And it'll now be a few-minute break until we get into the third set. Obviously, the Warriors are going to be looking to seal it here with a 3-0 set lead. That would be huge for them. To just be able to, at least from the get-go, for it to just look as dominant as possible, as they are an NAIA team. And as a school, you kind of do have a reputation to uphold. And them being a dominant volleyball team, will definitely look to get a win. So we'll return very soon. But until then, all I say is just definitely look forward to see what the Suns have coming in this third set. We'll be back. We're back. Down to the third set. We'll look to see if the Suns can get a rally going on and if they can get back in this match. Again, either way, however this match turns out, I still have high expectations for the Suns for their season. They have a tough schedule for the beginning. They'll get into conference play very soon, literally right after this game. Well, their next game at least. They will be facing Pensacola Christian University. Pensacola Christian College. My apologies. Once again. Pensacola Christian College, located in Pensacola, Florida. Who would have saw that coming? But they'll be facing them September 1st at 7 o'clock. If you are looking to watch them, if you're a Suns fan, or if you happen to be a stray Eagles fan for Pensacola, you can always go to Pensacola's website on their schedule. They have a link to their live stream for the game. Same website as ours for live stream. We definitely hope you're able to tune in, as that will definitely be a great game, as that will be the Suns' conference opener. Following that, about 3 days after, they'll be facing Southeastern in Lakeland. Then about after that, for the most part, it's going to be against, their matches will be against conference competition. Which, if they're playing this good against, they played against top talent when you really look at it. Owasso College, NCAA D1. Theoretically, they shouldn't even been in that game, but they were able to not just stay with them, but get a win. Johnson University, Tennessee, they're known for being a top 10. I think they only had maybe 4 or 6 losses the entire season, including the postseason. Although Johnson, Tennessee ended up losing. Sadly for them, they lost in the national tournament, not being able to go to the championship. But they are known for being a top team. And the Suns were able to hang with them for the most part. When you look at the scores, they kept it fairly close. Let's look at some of these. They won the first set, 25-21, losing the second, 22-25, only by 2 points. The third set, they lost 21-25, only by 4, and then they lost the fourth set, 23-25, again by 2. I don't know where you're from, but that is a close match. When you see 3-1, sometimes you think that it was just an entire dominant performance by every team that had that owned the three of the sets. But when you look at the stats, when you really look into it, that's not the case. It easily could have been the other way around, and it could have been the Suns with the victory. They are playing phenomenal here against the Warriors. Just straight phenomenal. And the Suns will call a timeout, just looking more at the schedule. When they start facing conference competition, it really wouldn't surprise me if they were able to hang with every single of the teams in our conference. And definitely we're looking for them to get a few W's as well. Not sure if we'll be able to, but we are hopefully looking forward to see if we can get some updates from the soccer match happening at Trinity College. As far as I know, the game was still able to take place. If you don't live in Florida and you're not accustomed to it, it rains a lot during this time of the year, and especially this year, there's just been record rainfalls all across Florida. So if you're a Floridian, you're already accustomed to that. You know how that goes. So I do believe that the match was able to take place. And again, we wish the men's soccer team all the best, but now it's time to get to the sport you really came to watch, volleyball. And Arnell gets the hit over. That was a little late for number 27, but the Suns are now looking to mount an attack, and the save by number 7, the dig. The set by Rittenhouse. The block by Thurrat. And the point will go to the Suns. There's a little bit of there's a little confusion for the Warriors. I don't know if they were able to see from this angle. It's the one time that when the ball does go over, it went through the Suns defenders. The way it looked, you would have hoped they were able to at least get one hit, but at this point, I guess an error isn't exactly an error. Serving now will be number 2 for the Warriors. That'll be Samantha Davila. The 5'11" sophomore from Odessa, Florida. Roll over the net after Rittenhouse with a little tip. Keystone now starting to get a little bit of a volley going on. We'll look to see who will end. And honestly, I think the only thing that stopped Rittenhouse was the fact that her bench was in front of the ball. Even then, looking at the situation, if it wasn't for the fact that she would have had to mull over some of her teammates, she probably would have went through that bench. And to give an update for the soccer team, we just got an update in. The game was delayed quite a bit, but they are going to be able to play. They're about 10 minutes in. The score is 0-0. Obviously, with 10 minutes, you would hope no one scored yet. Again, we wish all the best to the men's team and that they can possibly get a W. Bring them to a even record at 1-1, and and I have to make the substitution. And coming in will be number 36. And no one went for the hit. Well, I guess the save. Hefner diving. She wasn't able to get that one, but boy, did it look like it could be a highlight. Fans trying to get their team hype. What a beautiful hit by number 22, Courtney Perry. Continue to serve as number 36. And as I said earlier, all streaks have to come to an end. And that's where this one will end. Well, now that we have a chance to, I just want to make a quick announcement. If there are any athletes out there, you are a high school athlete looking to be able to get some training by college coaches, get some evaluation, some training, and who knows, possibly be able to get seen by the Suns and possibly have a chance to play on one of their athletic teams for next year. You can go to www.johnsonsuns.com and register for one of their summer camps. Summer camps always happen during the summer. And again, that is a great time to just have some training for some quality coaches, have them evaluate your game, and prepare you for the next level, and hopefully provide you an opportunity to play on the next level with the Suns. It's Parnell with the hit. Serving is Rittenhouse. Even alive is Phelps. And that one's going to have to go to the Warriors. Trying to go in for the save, bumping into a teammate, getting into the net. So at this point, I think it's pretty clear, at least to me, that the Warriors will seal this one out. And unless something crazy happens. And although it's not fun to lose, and it will bring them now to 1-4, you still have to look at the overall picture. They have still played phenomenal. They have showed that they can play pretty much with any team out there, at least so far, through this beginning of the season. They're now going to start going into conference play. When it comes down to it, if they at least win their conference games, they can perform very well, possibly get an at-large bid, if not an automatic bid to the national tournament by winning their conference. And that is something definitely we're cheering about, as well as that amazing hit. And we'd have to look at the archives, but I think the last time was 2013, possibly it was around 2011, 2013 was the last Nationals appearance that the women's volleyball team has had. Volleyball team, throughout their history, have not been able to get a conference nor a national championship. Of course, you're hoping that they can get it this year. We wish them all the best as we continue to watch them play. But again, just look at the big picture, especially if you're a Suns fan. The Suns are not an NAIA team. For those that are unaware how NCAA D2 works, they are just like any other college, but they're a little bit smaller, and they do not offer athletic scholarships. Usually most of the time you get a lot of local athletes, where the Suns have gotten a few local athletes, but you also get some of the players that are sometimes just committed to the school or the program. And that's what we hear have for the Suns. Definitely some committed players, especially with the returners having a tough season. And still fighting through. I definitely wouldn't count them out for this season. It wouldn't surprise me if they were able to go pretty far, at least in the conference tournament. but we won't be able to see till postseason comes. This will be game point for the Warriors. They won't be able to get it there. Suns being able to get some help there from the air. Serving is Parnell. What a beautiful block. It almost looked like it could have been an amazing volley there. That'll be the end of the match, folks. 3-0 will be the end for the sets. 25-8 being the end for the set. We definitely just want to thank the officials for officialing this game. We want to thank the players. We want to thank the coaches. We want to thank all the athletic staff here at Johnson University, Florida. And of course, the fans, if you're here watching in the stands, or if you're watching off the live stream, we just want to thank you. Now it's time for some post-game recap. Recapping the game, we saw a lot from these teams of just how well they can perform. Obviously, Weber got the win. We will take a moment for silence as both teams end in prayer. So much, but again, look at the big picture for the Suns. They showed out tonight, showing just to be an impressive opponent for the Warriors of Weber International. And it's just going to be amazing to see what they can do throughout the season. Looking at another story is Sierra Therat, the dual athlete from Washington, D.C. She's just now doing and finishing up, well, wouldn't say finishing up, but really beginning her volleyball career. But it won't be too long until they are done with preseason. They'll be here before you know it, and then basketball season will start. I believe their first game will be in October. Before we end on tonight's broadcast, I just want to give you an update for the men's soccer game. We're there. The Suns are now down by 1. Trinity able to get a score in the first half, bringing it 1-0. We'll definitely look forward to the Suns. If you want to be able to look at the scores after the game, you can, again, as I've said earlier, you can always go to www.johnsonsuns.com for all your Suns needs. I just want to thank you for watching tonight. It's just been a pleasure. Jonathan Brown, voice of the Suns, signing off.